Not showing up to orientation. You go first. So lately I've been thinking of Edmonton as a little sister. We've been fighting a lot and we just can't seem to agree on certain things. We make fun of each other. I tell her she's unattractive sometimes. We pull each other's hair, you know. But we really, I don't know, we just can't get on the same page. And we've been disagreeing with things like urban planning, airports, arenas, you name it. We can't seem to agree on things. But at the end of the day, like any little sister, I feel like I can make fun of her, but if anybody else talks trash, well, they've got to answer to me. Now, Edmonton and I, we've got a few things in common, and one of those things is fashion. And I know what you're thinking. Edmonton might not be the most fashionable person, but you know what? She's got a little bit of potential. I mean, just last week I saw her go out the door in Crocs and an Oilers jersey. Oh, I know. But you know what? I think she's got potential. So we had a little incident the other day. Edmonton was on the playground with a few of her friends, and a fight broke out, and I felt like I had to intervene. Vancouver started it, said Edmonton didn't have any style. And then Toronto jumped in, climbed to the top of the jungle gym, and said, I'm the queen of fashion. And then Montreal said something in French, ran off, I don't know. But I felt like I had to step in. I had to defend Edmonton. And so what I did is I created a streetwear website called The Vestiary. So this is really in place to really celebrate those who have good style in our city. And I think that there are a lot of people that have good style in our city. So what I do is I walk around high traffic areas, such as the university, downtown, White Avenue, and I find someone that looks good. I take their photo, and if they let me, I put it up on my website. This photo was taken downtown, right by City Center. And this photo was taken on, I believe, 104th Street downtown as well. So I really do have a good hope for Edmonton, and I think that we do dress really well, even despite our weather sometimes. Now, I'm not the first person to do this. There are other streetwear websites out there, and I think the most popular one is called The Sartorialist. It's by photographer Scott Schumann out of New York. And he goes to places like Paris and Milan and takes photos of very fashionable people. And what he's done is inspire others, much like myself, to do the same thing and find kind of good fashion in my city. And we've got a lot to offer, I think. Whether we like it or not, we're a winter city. And it's cold, in my opinion, 6 months out of the year. I really like this one on the left here. It was about -30 that day. It was a miracle I went outside, I think. And we've got a lot going on as well. As far as our heritage. So Canada's a melting pot of nationalities. And there's a lot of good in that. So this photo I took at Heritage Days, and it just goes to show that sometimes fashion isn't about staying with the current trends, it's about celebrating traditional dress. And yes, a few days out of the year, we get summer. This is great. I like summer because it shows that we have 4 distinct seasons. This bodes well for different outfit choices, and it's just nice to go outside in the summer. I took this photo on White Avenue last August. Now, we're also a festival city, and you guys all know this. So I really enjoy taking photos at the Folk Festival and the Fringe. This one I took at Cara West. And not only is there really interesting things to take photos of, but there's a lot of people kind of gathered in one area. Makes my job a bit easier. Now, there's a few things that make it a little hard. Some days I go out and I feel like this. It's not easy to get up in the morning and take my camera out in sub-zero temperatures. It really isn't. But when I go out and I find a good outfit and a good photo, it's usually worth it. Now, there's a few perks to what I do, and one of them is exercise. I walk everywhere. I take my camera with me everywhere. And not only am I getting good exercise, but I'm getting to know the city on a very personal level. I get to interact with people. I talk to people. I walk around, and sometimes I find parts of the city I didn't really know was there, and I kind of look at things in a different way. This is a photo I took of a very decrepit-looking basketball hoop, but I kind of found some beauty in it, and I looked at it in a different way. Now, one of the things I really like to do is take photos of people in unexpected places. Now, I found this woman carrying groceries out of the Sobeys on Calgary Trail, and I caught her off guard, but she let me take her photo, and it was worth it. One of the other things I like is when I get an unexpected photo of something catching a moment. So the next photo you'll see I took last spring, and I felt like I caught a moment of a preschool class here. They're having fun, they're splashing around in their rubber boots. Keep in mind it's also easier to do this when you're a fairly non-threatening looking person with a telephoto lens on the other side of a street. And as you can see, I just really like taking photos of my city. And I really encourage you guys to go out and take photos of your city. So whether you have a DSLR camera or just a camera phone or good old-fashioned film, go out and take a walk and look at something differently. So at the end of the day, my sister and I might not always get along, and we might not always have the same views and opinions, but if anybody tells her that she's not fashionable, I can respectfully disagree with photographic evidence. Now you can find my website at www.vestiary.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. The city photos that you've seen are all on my Flickr account. I can see all of you on Twitter right now. If you've got any questions, you can email me or catch me after the show. Thank you so much.
I was going to take your hand to help you down the stairs, but I took the mic instead, so I apologize. I hope I'm on your website someday. That'll be a